Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a step-by-step of my skincare routine. So firstly, I just want to say that everyone has different skin types. What works for me might not work for you, but you guys have been asking, so I'm just here to let y'all know what I use and how I use them. Before I get into the products, I just want to tell you guys a few things that are also included in your skincare. So firstly, your diet plays a big role in your skincare. So too much sweets can cause you to have a breakout. For me personally, I love peanut punch. Like I love drinking peanut punch. And I used to like drink 2 or 3 of them a day. And I noticed that my skin started breaking out so much. And as soon as I stopped drinking them, my skin was back to normal. So you want to make sure that you're drinking water, you're not having too much sweets or too much greasy foods. And also your pillows, you need to change your pillowcases regularly, and the type of pillowcase can also affect your skincare. You want to also ensure that you're getting enough water in a day. And as somebody who struggles with that, get a nice water bottle. Because I feel like sometimes when you don't have like a designated water bottle, it's just harder to like keep up with drinking water when you're just using like the regular plastic bottles. Also, being on your cycle can affect your skincare. So I think mine is close now. So as you can see, I have a pimple right here and some more little blemishes around. So every time around this time of the month, my skin breaks out, and it's something that I can't stop, so I just have to live with. Now for the products. At the start of every skincare routine, you're going to need a cleanser. So me personally, I have 3 cleansers, but I use 2 of them the most. So first, I used to use the kojic acid soap, but I feel like at some point, like my skin got used to it and it stopped working for me. But there was a time when it used to work for me. Next, the one that I use the most is my La Roche-Posay cleanser. And then around my cycle, or anytime I notice that my skin is breaking out or having any type of texture, I use my CeraVe SA cleanser. On a day like today, since I'm having an active breakout, I use both of my cleansers together. So first, I go in with the CeraVe SA Renewing Cleanser, and I rub that in, and you want to make sure that it's on your face for a little while. You don't want to immediately wash off the product when you use it. Now, this step I only do it once a week, and not I don't do it every week, but I use an exfoliating glove, and you want to make sure that it's not the same one that you use on your body. But I use an exfoliating glove, and basically what I do is I just use it to gently exfoliate my face by taking off the CeraVe cleanser with it. So you don't want to be scrubbing your face, but like just gently use it to give your face nice like exfoliation. I typically do this when I've worn makeup the day before, because no matter how much you wash off your makeup or like you use cotton rounds to take it off, there's always going to be makeup like still inside of your pores. So it's very nice to exfoliate after you've worn makeup. And also, if you just feel like you have a buildup, me personally, around my nose area, I always have like a buildup of just dead skin. So I always tend to exfoliate those areas. Also, for the CeraVe SA Renewing Cleanser, it's not a cleanser that you're supposed to use every day because it has salicylic acid. So you don't want to be using it every single day, or you don't want to have it as your only cleanser. Next, I use my La Roche-Posay to just give my face a final cleanse, and also that brings back the moisture in my face. So you want to give your face a good lather with the moisturizing cleanser. I also have another cleanser that I used to use in Jamaica that was really good, but I just can't find it here, and it's the Neutrogena Fresh Foaming Cleanser. I'll put a picture of it for reference. So if you guys want to use that, I feel that one is a really good one. Another point to note, commercial break. A point to note is that you have to be really careful when buying products. First of all, some products might not be the real product, they might be reps of the product, and that could cause your face to break out. So you could think that, oh, you're using CeraVe, but actually you're not really using CeraVe and it's causing you to break out, and then you think, oh, that just didn't work with your skin. I would say maybe go on TikTok and search up like fake this and like watch people do side by side comparisons. Because this one time I went to a store and I bought a Neutrogena cleanser, and then I went into a different store, like a more reputable store, and I saw the cleanser again, and it did not look the same way as the one I bought in the other store. Also, you want to make sure that your products aren't expired, because this one time when I was in Jamaica, I was using my cleanser for years, it was working, and I noticed that my face started breaking out and I just couldn't tell what the problem was. This one day I decided to open the cleanser, and when I as I opened it, it smelled so disgusting, and like around around this part of it was like really red. And I took the bottle, and after like taking pictures of the barcodes and stuff and putting it into Google, I found out it was like expired about 2 years before. So that was what was causing my face to break out. And that's also how I know that my skincare routine is working, because as soon as there's a blip in it, or as soon as I stop doing it, I notice that my face starts to break out. Okay, back to business. So after cleansing your face, I don't use oil cleansing. I know some people do it. I I might try it, but I'm just not sure, because I would say that I have oily skin, or maybe a little bit of combination skin, but I think I'm more on the oilier side of that, so I don't really do oil cleansing. I've never tried it before, but I didn't feel the need to. Maybe I will someday. But anyways, after cleanser, you want to make sure that you're letting your face air dry, or you're going to use tissue or something that's disposable. I feel like when you use a towel or a rag, those things hold a lot of bacteria that maybe might be okay for your body, but you don't want to be putting that on your face, because it's like you just cleansed your face and now you're reversing everything that you just did. After cleanser, you want to do toner. Now, I vary with how I use my toner. So sometimes I use witch hazel, and sometimes I use the witch hazel from the pharmacy, and sometimes I use my Thayer's witch hazel. Now, I would say how you use your witch hazel depends on like, or your witch hazel or your toner depends on what you want for your skin. So if I'm on an exfoliating day, I'm going to use a cotton round and wipe my face with the toner. But if you're not exfoliating, you just want to put some of the toner in your hand and just pat it onto your face. And this also helps to like get rid of the dead skin cells on your face. After using my toner, I go in with my Garnier serum. So this serum is a vitamin C serum, and it's used for brightening your skin and removing dark spots. And I will say this worked for me, because right here I had a really dark mark on my face for years, and it was an acne scar from this bump that I got. I've been using the Garnier serum for about a month now, and I have noticed the spot fading. So I would say that it's working, and it definitely makes my face feel very revitalized and moisturized. So after using the serum, you just want to make sure that it's not really wet. You want it to dry down a bit before applying moisturizer. And now my holy grail of moisturizers is the Pond's moisturizer. Now for this, a little goes a long way. I don't use a lot simply because my skin is on the oilier side. Even now my skin does look a bit oily, but I prefer my skin looking glowy. I don't like my skin looking dead at all. So I prefer my skin looking shiny other than it being too dull. But yeah, so a little goes a long way for the Pond's moisturizer. And I would say out of all the moisturizers that I use, this is definitely the best one. And especially like when you sleep in it, like when you wake up, your face looks so lovely. I remember when I used to go to school in Kingston, like I'd put on my moisturizer in the morning before I get on the bus, and I sleep on the bus. And when I wake up and get out of the bus to go to school, like my skin was amazing. I definitely recommend this moisturizer over any product in my skincare routine, simply because you only need to use a little bit of it. It's very affordable in my opinion, and it lasts you for the whole day. Last but not least, sunscreen. Y'all know how I feel about sunscreen already. I'm really trying to find a good sunscreen. For now, this is the sunscreen that I have, the Black Girl sunscreen, and I swear my brother uses this sunscreen more than me. He brought it down to this because I barely use it. But I didn't put any on today simply because it's a rainy day and I'm not leaving my house. But I typically don't wear it simply because I just don't like the feeling of it on my skin. It really bothers me for like the whole day. And I feel like I'm not really in the sun like that. So that's why I don't prioritize it. But definitely, guys, wear your sunscreen, especially if you live in Jamaica where it's really sunny. Please wear your sunscreen. Don't be like me. Do as I say, but not as I do. And yes, so that's my skincare routine that you guys have been asking for. And by no means, my skin is not perfect, but I feel like it's in such a good place, like from where it's coming from a couple of years ago before I had a skincare routine. And maybe I'll try to dig up some of those pictures to show you guys how my skin looked maybe 2021 or so before I had a skincare routine versus how it looks now after I've been using different products and trying new things on my skin. And definitely, this is just part one of my skincare routine, because as the year progresses, I will definitely try new products and new techniques, and I'll always let you guys know what I use and how it's working for me. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you. Bye.